Many people have asked me to give my definition of what hypnosis is not and what hypnosis is. Have you ever been hypnotized before that you know of? Now I ask it that way because after my explanation you'll start to think differently about hypnosis and you really get why I meant that you know of. Now people have seen things on TV, in the movies, on stage shows, maybe you've even been to one and you see the person quack like a duck or swirl their butt like they're a washing machine or do all kinds of silly things. And there's a lot of myths that come from all that stuff from the movies and television and the stage shows. The first myth is that people think that they're not going to be able to hear anything consciously that's being said. They think the hypnotist is going to speak directly to the person's unconscious mind, and consciously they're not even going to hear anything that's being said. So I'm going to show you how, number one, you'll be able to hear everything that's being said. Number two is that it appears as though the hypnotist is controlling the person, kind of like a puppet on strings, and I'm going to show you how you'll be in full control of the suggestions you follow and the ones you disregard. So even as you're watching this video, you can kind of play along with it and do the actions. Now, there's also a bonus one that I'll explain a little bit afterwards. First off, I'd like you to experience how you're going to be able to hear everything that's being said. Now, I'd like you to put your feet flat on the floor, sit back in your chair, close your eyes, put your hands flat on your legs, take a nice deep breath and hold it for a moment, and then as you exhale, just allow yourself to relax. And then open your eyes. Now that's how hypnosis feels. It doesn't have to feel any different than your normal waking state. Now, I gave you some very friendly suggestions which you followed, hopefully. Thank you very much if you did. Okay, put your feet flat on the floor, sit back in your chair, close your eyes, put your hands flat on your legs, take a nice deep breath, hold it for a moment, exhale, relax, and open your eyes. And even if you followed along, you were still able to hear everything I said even when your eyes were closed. So now I'd like to give you an example of how you'll be in full control the whole time. So again, put your feet flat on the floor, sit back in your chair, close your eyes, put your hands flat on your legs, take a nice deep breath, hold it for a moment. As you exhale, just allow yourself to relax. And now I'd like you to stand on your chair and quack like a duck. Okay. Now, most people usually giggle or laugh or put a smile on their face, but they don't do it, okay? And if you fall into that category, great. So it shows that you're able to follow the suggestions that you want and disregard any suggestions that you don't want to follow, okay? And if you did follow it, if you are standing on your chair quacking like a duck right now, then hey, we can take this a step further. Go take off all your clothes, run around the neighborhood screaming, I'm free, I'm free, you know. At some point there's going to be a suggestion that you're going to choose to not follow. Hopefully it's that last one, okay? So again, people want to know what hypnosis is not, okay? The third thing is that the whole time that we've been doing this, you've been following the suggestions, you've been able to hear everything I say, you've been disregarding the ones that you don't want to follow, okay? And the bonus is that hypnosis does not have to feel any different than your normal waking state. Although sometimes it might. But it doesn't have to be hypnosis, okay? There's lots of forms of conversational hypnosis where people don't even realize until afterwards that they've been hypnotized. And yet they notice it because they have lots of positive, wonderful results in their life. Now, if all that's not hypnosis, which I'd like to make an agreement with you, and I can't shake your hand personally, but I'll reach out to you and say, are we in agreement that number one, you'll be able to hear everything, number two, you'll be in full control of the suggestions you follow and the ones you disregard, and number three, hypnosis doesn't have to feel any different than your normal waking state. Agreed? Now, if that's not hypnosis, what in the world is it? Because that took away about 85% of what I thought it was before I started learning this. Now, hypnosis is defined as trance. Trance is defined as an altered state of mind. Okay? Now, you're watching this video, that's one state of mind. You're reading a book, that's another state of mind. You're driving in your car, that's another state of mind. You're listening to some music, that's another state of mind. You're watching TV or a movie, that's another state of mind. You're away on vacation for 2 weeks, that's an entirely different state of mind. Now, if all of these are altered states of mind, which one is hypnosis? Either all of them are, or none of them are. So the real question is, what makes the hypnosis trance so different from all these other trances? Is, well, at any given moment, you're choosing what to pay attention to. Now, your conscious mind can only pay attention to between 5 and 9 bits of information. Your other than conscious part of your mind can pay attention to more than 2.3 million bits of information. Now, have you ever had the experience of driving in your car and you get on at, say, exit 40 and you get off at exit 49, but you don't necessarily remember 41 or 47 or 43, and yet, if the truck in front of you slammed on its brakes, you stopped safely behind it before you even realized your foot went for the brake. Now, who was driving the car? Thank goodness for the unconscious mind, because consciously, what are we doing? We're talking on the cell phone, listening to your favorite song on the radio, thinking about where you came from, where you're going to, looking at the funny face on the person in the car next to you, and still able to drive. And that's a good resourceful trance to be in. Saved my life many a time. So what makes a hypnosis trance so different from this trance is that at any given moment, like I said, there's tons of information you could pay attention to, and we filter that down to just a small amount of things. But even with all that filtering, how often out of your day are you relaxed and thinking about just one thing at a time? Pretty rare, if ever, right? Now, you could look around the room you're in, notice the different objects in your room, the amount of colors in the room, the amount of light in the room. You could feel your feet on the floor, feel where your hands are, feel the temperature of the air on your skin. You could hear the sound of my voice, the sound of something else going on in the room, the sound of the cars coming up and down the road near you. You could taste something in your mouth that you ate earlier during the day. You could sense the radio waves that are traveling through the air. You could smell the perfume of someone who was in the room several weeks ago. Now, what was the fifth one again? Oh, that's right. You aren't really paying attention. But even if I mentioned to you beforehand and said, pay attention to what the fifth thing is, it's very important, it still wasn't important that it's what your hands were touching. Okay? And I know that only because I do it in the same order every time. Okay? And in 15 years, I think I've had 2 people get it, and one of them was guessing. Good guess, though. So anyhow, the point is that we filter out tons and tons of information. And you can control these filters. And hypnosis, what we do is we help you to sit in a nice, comfortable, relaxing chair, kind of relax your body, clear your thoughts, clear your mind. We play some relaxing music. We talk to you in a way that guides you to clear that chatter in your mind and begin to relax your body. We make direct suggestions for you to imagine what it is that you do want, and you can focus all of your thoughts in on that one thing that you do want, and that's how people can make a change quickly, easily, seemingly magically, and almost effortlessly and automatically. And that's my description of what hypnosis is not and what hypnosis is. Hopefully you've learned a lot from this. I've worked with a lot of people in training hypnotherapists, people that have already done hypnosis, and they've benefited from this very explanation. To achieve your goals, the next step is very simply to contact us. You can call us toll-free at 877-501-1406. Check the number below on this site. Or you can visit us on the web. Our main site is NYIH.org. That's NYIH.org, or simply relaxenvisionsucceed.com, all one word, and you'll get lots of information about the different programs that we do, as well as how we can help you. You also feel free to send us an email on our contact form. We can send you links to download additional audio information that you can listen to on your own, as well as a complimentary stress reduction, relaxation session that will help you to feel good and to enjoy as our gift to you. Thank you.